Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing something that I've hesitated to do for a long time, and people have cautioned against it. They say don't show your preps, but you know what? I'm on YouTube. I'm actually here for a reason, I believe, and it's to help people. So I'm going to do a prepper pantry tour today, and the reason I'm doing it is because I want to help people. And I want to give you guys good ideas of where to store your preps. If you think you're running out of space, which I've done about 10 times, just some ideas on where you can put your preps and where I put mine in case you were curious. And just to let you know that I've been prepping very steadily and slowly but surely, but very steadily for about over 2.5 years now. So what I'm going to show you is 2.5 years worth of slowly adding to my prepper pantry. And I didn't go out and clear shelves. I didn't go and grab like 2, 3, 4 cases of stuff and leave nothing behind. I don't believe in doing that. So slowly and steadily is the way I believe people should be prepping. But in this day, probably speed it up just a little bit. People ask the question, how much food should I have? How much do I need? That's a very personal thing. Honestly, I don't know how much food you should have. That's something that you need to evaluate depending on you, your family, your budget, and what you think you can make happen. Putting back preps is not only for like end of the world scenario. This is not something crazy to do. This is what I would call life insurance. What other people call life insurance, you should probably call death insurance because you have to be dead to capitalize on it. Life insurance keeps you alive. That's food. If you lose a job, somebody else in your household gets injured and they can't work, if there is some kind of crazy diesel shortage like they say is looming, and the truckers aren't bringing food to the stores, that kind of thing, you have enough food to sustain yourself. If there's some kind of natural disaster, and you can't go to the store or the shelves are cleared, whatever it may be, food is a good insurance policy to have. So let me go ahead and just show you the prepper pantry and my spots that I hide stuff in my house. And one more thing, I am prepared to defend my preps, okay? This is one of my spots and one of the best places I think you can store stuff because it's basically wasted space. But right here under my bed, I have 3 of these low profile totes, storage totes. And then on the other side I have one, but I also have room for 2 more. So let me show you how I get access to these. The totes are a little taller than this side panel, so I just pull up on the side panel and then pull it out like that. And then I have a bunch of cans. This is mostly where I like to keep my chunky soups. So all of those are actually filled with soup and like chili. And the ones on the left over here I have to use first and then work my way towards the right. But that's a lot of cans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 cans per tote. And there's currently 4 under there. So lots of stuff you can put under your bed. Over here in a corner of my room, because I kind of ran out of space for my water, is a bunch of these big, I think they're 6-gallon containers. And this, you know, this isn't anything fancy. It's just a little sheet I threw over it. But it kind of keeps things conspicuous. I am a renter, so inconspicuous? Inconspicuous. I'm a renter, so I don't need like 45 gallons of water just sitting out for my landlord to see and wonder what the heck is going on. Here in my regular closet, I have my laundry basket there, some clothes, and then underneath it is one of these flat totes. I love flat totes because you can just stack stuff on top of them and they don't take up much space. So let me show you what's in that one. Okay, so this is a very long one. I love it. This one just has a bunch of dry goods. So like gravy mixes, cookies, muffins, rice, pudding, got some applesauce in there. This is just all kind of stuff that's not easy to stack because of the size of it and shape of it. So I put it in little bins like this. Okay, and I have a really weird, awkward closet, so Beyond this, I have this whole back area in my closet that I can't get to. I mean, I have to like squeeze in to get back there. So basically, if you can see, that's where I store all my buckets. There's a bunch going all the way back there, some Lowe's buckets, but this is all the long-term, well, not all of it. That's some of it back there. And you can't even really tell it's back there. This little closet here is a small coat closet off of my dining room and laundry room. And this, if you have been with me for a while, is the original prepper pantry. When I first got started, this is where it all began. This is where the journey began. So this is where I'm at right now, and I love this little door hanger thing. I put all my condiments and seasoning and spices on there, and it's a good way to just use up all the available space in a small closet. As you can tell, I like seasonings. I have the bouillon and all sorts of stuff up there. Okay, so up there, it kind of goes back a ways, but a bunch of Mountain House cases and all those freeze-dried type foods. I got some of my red feather butter. Back there is a bunch of Augustin Farms. I'm not gonna like go through everything, but back there underneath that is some B&M canned bread. We just like gravies, sauces, all sorts of stuff going here. I have some beans, case of pepper, and then all the Augustin Farm stuff is kind of stacked up over here. And then these ready hour meals, got some salt, my Gosner Farms milk, that's powdered canned milk, and then some other powdered goods over here, a few things of flour and sugar, and then these buckets here, these black ones, are the My Patriot Supply very heavy ready hour food 30-day supply. And then behind those ready hour buckets are buckets and buckets of rice. So I don't know how much is there, but there's a bunch of jasmine and white rice. So this is where it began, and I crammed a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so the TV stand in the living room, I have nothing else to put in these side things besides junk up there and then propane tanks down here. So I got like 9 down there, my little propane adapter. And then on the other side, I have, this is like just drinks and stuff, I guess. Like big things of drinks, and I got some sweet tea. It's kind of weird. I mean, if somebody was looking for the remote or something and they opened it up, they might think it was kind of crazy. Down here, I have a bunch of, these are loose batteries. These are the ones that my son gets into. I have a bunch of headlamps, my lantern, some activated charcoal powder. So that's kind of random in there. But you might as well use all your available space. And then I have some space behind my sofa, under this little sofa table that I didn't have anything else to do with. So I put 2 cases of hard white wheat and hard red wheat back there. And unless you were like down on your side looking under there, which nobody would, you never know it's there. I don't know what you guys have under your guest bathroom sink, but I keep butane. So this is just my butane storage spot. I don't know why, but that's just where it found its home. It is nice and cool and dry down there. And then I have just a couple gallons of water in case the toilets stop flushing. I need some water to put in the back of the tank. Yes, plastic sheeting and a whole bunch of shampoo. When I was looking for a place to live, I was specifically looking for a place that had lots of cabinets and storage. So, you know, the high up cabinets and you can't really reach them because you're not tall enough. There's lots of space up there that you can store stuff. Maybe you don't have a lot of cabinets, but if there are cabinets that are, you know, up high or down low in corners, you can store stuff. So I've basically put stuff in every one, almost every one, up the top there, near the roof, where I can't reach anyway. So all the way around, above your microwave, those cabinets there that are sometimes useless, you can put stuff up there, and then the over the refrigerator storage. I can't really access it anyway, so I filled it all the way back there full of canned meats. I have this little cubby for my kitchen trash cans, so I keep a 7-gallon container of water back there, just in case. Down here where I keep my pots and pans, I've actually stored a bunch of bottled water back there. So I just put tap water in these bottles of water that I've already drank and kind of store them back there. You can see it's not too much space, but any little nook and cranny that you can find like that. So this is the closet that turned into my small prepper pantry overflow closet. And I slowly added and added to it. Now it's kind of the main prepper pantry. And it's just in a smaller room in my house. I don't have a guest bedroom because there's just not enough space in here. So I turned it into an office and then it became a prepper pantry. So this is it. If you've been with me for a while, you might recognize these racks in this area, but this is a good deal of most everything. Kind of organized sort of by meat, vegetables. There's some fruits down there, chilies and sauces, and then up here is a bunch of pasta, top ramen, and behind there's more pasta bins. This needs to go in Mylar bags, but there's more back there. Random extra snacks, peanut butter, sauces. I could probably do a better job at organizing, but I understand the process. I understand the order that I have everything in. There's a mountain of chicken noodle-os, more canned meats, and then I have my Bear Creek soups up here in this bin, and in this little pink one are the Knorr rice and pasta sides. These things are awesome. I think this is probably one of the greatest preps. Just grab one of these, grab a can of meat, throw it in, maybe throw some extra vegetables in, but that is definitely a great prep to have. So I've filled my little storage bin, and it just tucks super nicely in there when I shut the doors. And you never know it's there. I'm not going to show you everything behind me because I don't think that you should give up everything that you have. But there's kind of this shelf overflow over here too. And that's as far as I'm going. But there's a bunch of stuff behind me. It's just loose, so it's not really showing you how to hide or store your preps. This area is kind of a mess right now because I haven't put these in storage buckets yet, but I have a bunch of my Mylar stuff and my Mylar bags. This little chest of drawers here, this was my son's baby dresser, and I just couldn't get rid of it. I mean, it's obviously not in great shape, but I turned it into Mylar bag storage, and they stacked up nicely in here. So I was like, well, I'm not going to put these in buckets. They seem to be doing just fine in here. So I have a whole bunch of different things. Rice. This drawer is basically all rice. The next drawer down is some more rice. Instant dry milk. Got some lentils. Probably some beans down there. Ugh, can't get it. There we go. Black-eyed peas. And they just kind of rested neatly and flatly in here. So I liked it. And then I started doing buckets. Some people are lucky enough to have a basement or like a whole organized storage area. I do the best that I can with what I have. So this is just some storage totes with, this is all first aid stuff, this is all cleaning supplies, and that is all lights out, candles, lanterns, batteries, all that kind of stuff. And then my bug out bags are just on the ground, but ready to go. And then this is my secret hidden, not so hidden water. So just a few, like 8 cases of water there. And then I have gallons of water kind of all over sprinkled throughout the house. But just do the best you can with the space that you have. It doesn't have to look fancy, although I would like it to look all organized and nice and fancy. Just do what you can. Okay guys, hopefully that video was helpful and now you have some new ideas as to where you can put your preps. Anytime I thought that I had run out of space, guess what? I found more, because where there's a will, there's a way, and I do think it's really important to put back as much food as possible, especially in the times that we're living in. So keep stacking, guys. I'll see you in the next video.